Hello, I'm Hune and I'm back with another Gran Turismo 7 video. Today we're doing hot laps. These are challenges that are in-game where you're only required to at least complete a time for certain track. So I've chosen two F1 tracks, so at least two tracks that are used in F1 championship races, and then I've chosen two other random tracks which I really like or I had other interests there.
Hune HR.
So now we're on to the first track that I've chosen for this glorious hot lap. It is the Red Bull Ring, which they do use for F1 races. Obviously they only use it once per F1 race. I'm doing a terrible job at this, right? But my point is, it is used and I decided that I'm gonna complete this challenge and obtain only gold with my first attempt. I am familiar with the track and I am familiar with most of the tracks that I've chosen, right? And one that I'm not so familiar with, which is Goodwood. But this for this lap I chose the Red Bull Ring, and we're using a vehicle that is called the Red Bull Junior. That's as far as I remember. I will put the name in the description, but for those of you who do play the game, obviously you know. But it is called the Red Bull Junior car, which for the most part for this challenge I don't do too bad with. I didn't do too bad with, except for certain corners like this where I felt like maybe I'd gone a bit too wide, or maybe I cut the corner a bit too much. But leading up to the final stretch, checker flag, and I got a 1 minute 35, and I was more than happy. I got gold. That's all I wanted at the end of the day. And also I did it on my first attempt where I completed the full lap and got gold. So I did, obviously part of the challenge is that you do get gold for all the other sectors which you do individually leading up to the final lap. So now we're on to Dragon Tail, which is one of my random picks, but it is a favorite of mine that can't say I'm really good at, but I'm able to perform right on it, or racing on it. And right now we're using a Jaguar. I think it's a GR3 car, and I wasn't too bad. So I do pre-record these videos and then I just obviously narrate over them, which I'm doing right now. So this is just the only corner where I struggled with this car. For some reason, it's obviously the track doesn't change, the car does. If you use different cars, then the behaviors change, and this one is just weird through those two bends, and obviously it takes a bit of learning and a bit of getting right to actually nail it perfectly, which for the hot lap and like basically the final lap, I for some reason got it right. Now this is the death chicane. You will see, I heard this name from a lot of YouTubers. It's the death chicane for a reason. If you hit any of those walls, you will either slow down or just hit a dead stop because you hit one of the walls and they put you to basically it kills your entire race. Death chicane kills your entire race. If you're in a race, obviously you're gonna get past. If you're doing a time trial, you're gonna fail. So I didn't, luckily. It takes a bit of learning, but once you do get it right, it's really fun. So 1 minute 39, really happy with it, and I got all gold through the other three sectors and the final lap as well. So that's part of the challenge. Nailed it. Now we're on to don't butcher me for if I do butcher this name. It is called the Autodromo de Interlagos. I say it with a bit of an accent because I'm attempting to say it in a way that I assume it would be pronounced. But I am familiar with this track, and also it is the, for I don't know, 2022 F1 Championship. It is the second last track before the, if I'm correct, before the Dubai Grand Prix. So I chose this one for a reason, and I'm also familiar with this track. I don't know the names and stuff like that in terms of the hairpins and bends and freaking slot. I don't know, you know, whatever they call these bends. But yeah, I am just familiar with them in terms of driving. You know, sometimes just like muscle memory, which for the most part, when you're using a different car, muscle memory kind of goes out of the window, kind of, because now you have to adapt to how this car behaves. I'm used to driving other cars. I've never driven the Nissan GTR or whatever it's called on this track. So this was my first attempt. As you can see, it says best record and it has no time. So this is my first attempt leading up to the final straight, and I get a gold, which I'm more than happy with. 1 minute 34, which was actually pretty fast. And I have heard from other YouTube videos that this car is really fast in the straights. So yeah, 4 sectors, all gold, plus the final lap. Nailed it. And also, if you do stick behind that car in a race, daily race or whatever race it may be, you will notice that it is extremely fast in the straights. Well, at least in the previous game it was. Okay, so now we're at Goodwood. I chose this track for not really just the name, but the car enthusiast meaning behind it. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but we're using the Aston Martin, I think it's a GR3 car or GR4, but either or, I know it's between the two. In terms of reasons why I chose this track, it's honestly, I didn't get gold for the final lap. I got silver, but I tried my best. I really did try my best, but I did get gold for all 3 sectors, which is weird. But obviously, sectors and the full lap is a whole different ball game, right? It's not the same thing, because then now it's everything all together, and then you have to analyze how the car behaves and be able to control it and whatnot. So I didn't do too well on this track, but yeah, Goodwood is for me, it has a lot of substance. I don't know how to put it, but a lot of cars do get showcased at Goodwood. Like, I think I saw the SF90, which I think was this year or last year, 2021, and then there was the Rimac Nevera drifting all over the place, which is also fantastic to watch at Goodwood. And then sometimes there's drift cars at Goodwood, you know. So for this lap I did a 1 minute 17, which is not bad, but it's not a gold like I had intended, but you can't always be good at every track. But yeah, that's it for me. I really enjoyed making this video, so it wasn't that bad. So if you guys liked this video, please do obviously hit the like button and subscribe for more. And if you're interested in seeing the upcoming videos, hit the notification bell and you will be notified when I do make the next upload. Thank you guys for watching. That's it for me.